Hello guys, my name is VVVPPP and this is a guide for how to get the object 279E. In this video we are gonna disclose the Union group. The Union group is just Russian and Chinese tanks. So let's get done with the missions at once. The first mission is Invaluable Assistance. Enable your allies to cause an average of 2000 HP of damage to enemy vehicles per battle by spotting them or destroying their tracks. And have a restriction. You have to do at least 1000 HP of damage to the battle counter the damage. So for the first battle, for the first mission, I actually use the T-100, a light Russian tank, because it allows you to be anywhere on the map. You can do passive scouting pretty well with this tank, so it's kind of easy to just to put it in a bush where you know the enemy will gonna cross and make the damage for your allies. Do the spotting so your allies can hit them. And like I see, I did it with honors actually. So it's kind of pretty easy battle. Pretty mission actually. So if you don't have, well, you can actually do, you don't have the T-100, you can use another light, like LTTB, but remember then if the battle is only tier 10 tanks from every team, it will be more easy because obviously in tier 8 there's not gonna be guns that take 1000 damage to the enemy at once unless you are playing with tier 10s, but it's more easy with a tier 10 obviously. Second mission, it's, see, effective fire. Cause 2 times more damage than the hit points of your vehicle. This means that, by example, in my first try, I actually used the SU-130, the TD Russian. Where is him? I can see it white. Ah, yeah, here it is. I used this tank, but actually, after the battle, I think, well, it says to do double the damage of your tank. In this case, you have to do 2k damage. But remember, you can use any tank of the group. So after that, I think, well, I should have used the ECU-14 too, because it's the double of your life with 2 shots of this gun, 203mm gun. Actually, you can do in just 3 shots the double of damage of the tank. And let me see it actually. You have only 410 hit points, so obviously with 3 shots you can actually do it pretty quickly and easily. So my recommendation is just use artillery. It's pretty damn easy with artillery. So don't sweat about this battle, about this mission. The third one is destroy 15 enemy vehicles. I actually in this battle use the T-54 medium tank, the Russian. It's 15 tanks in only 10 battles is actually pretty easily, because this tank have a absurd firepower, 3k of damage per minute. It shoots pretty fast. If you don't have the T-54, I recommend them to get it actually because it's a pretty good tank. But you can actually use the object for 430 actually, because this have a good alpha and you can take out enemies pretty easily. My recommendation is just to wait until your allies soft the enemy vehicle, and when he has 200 damage, just boom them away. Just blow them. Wait until the enemy is pretty low in HP and take him out. Just frag enemy kills. Just do it. Pretty easy. Fifth mission is, let's check. That was a 4, right? No, that was a 3rd. I'm sorry. The 4th mission is you will not break through. Block an average of 4 enemy hits. Well, I cannot recommend a better time for that mission than the Object 278 version 4, obviously because it's pretty sturdy this step. But obviously, my recommendation in this case, don't get in the front of the battle, obviously, because if you are at least, if you are at 15 meters of the enemy will always hit your weak spots, like the commander visor or this lower bar of metal here. So try to always get him at least 100, 100 meters of the enemy, and try to do side scrapping with this tank. You will get shot there because you remember that you need to treat the enemy to shoot you, because in some cases the enemy will see this tank and say, ah, I'm not gonna shoot AP. They will try to just shoot hit at once, or try to shoot HE and try to do some splash damage. So that's why you try to get them far away, 100 meters, but not too far away, because they will say, never mind, I'm not gonna shoot him. He's just too far away to try to hit on a weak spot. So try to trick the enemy to shoot you in your sides or in your front. But remember, stay away from the enemy, but not too far away. 100 meters is the sweet spot. So try to get always a hot. And remember, you need to do at least minimum. You need to ricochet 5 shots minimum. That's the minimum requirement for the battle, for the mission. Here it says block at least. No, I'm sorry. Block at least 2 enemy hits, so the mission will start counting them. But it's pretty easy with the Object 278. I just did it in the first try. I don't get the honor because, man, I want the tank fast. So the fifth mission is Heroic Triple. Cool, boys. Be among the top 3 players in the battle by damage counts. This means, obviously, your team and the enemy team. You be careful with that. And this mission I use again the Object 278 version 4, because you need to be very careful in this mission. I recommend this time because it has the good amount of frontal armor to get the chance to be in front of the enemy, get the time to aim well and secure the shot, because every single shot that you do in this mission counts. If you miss a single shot, it will be pretty hard to get back again. I mean, because with the kind of teams you are getting today, you normally the battles last 5 minutes. It can be your team that lasts 5 minutes or the enemy team that lasts 5 minutes. So actually, every single shot that you do counts. If you miss a shot, you will suffer for that shot. So that's why I use it, because every time I got in front of the enemy, I need the time to aim and secure the shot. Yeah, I don't recommend you to do snapshots in this mission, because like I told you, when you do a snapshot, maybe the RNG will drop the shot to the sky or to the ground. So you need to have the time to aim pretty properly and secure the shot. So use the Object 278 version 4, and when you are in a full team of tier 10 tanks for every team, you will need at least to do 4,000 damage to be at least in the 3 top damage dealers of the battle. If you're in a tier 8 battle, when you're a top tier obviously, you will need at least 3k to secure the position. But like I told you, you need to secure every single shot, so go ahead and give it a try with the update 278 version 4. Secure every single shot, and for a tier 10 battle, do at least 4.5k damage or 4k damage. For a tier 9 or tier 8 battle with an Object 278 version 4, do at least 3k damage or 3.5k damage. Good luck in that one mission, because like you see, you need to do it in a row, 5 times in a row. It's hard, but like I told you, if you secure the shoots, it will be pretty easy. Mission 6. Don't stop me now. Be the top player on your team by numbers of vehicles destroyed in a battle. Well, I did it pretty easily with, again, the Object 430. Because like I told you on the other mission, the Object 430 have a good alpha damage, and I mean the tier 9, not the tier 10. The tier 9 have a good alpha, so with 319 HP for shot, like I told you, just let the enemy bleed just let your teammates bleed the enemy team and frag them out. Try to do at least 3 kills per battle. If you do a Top Gun, even better actually. But it was pretty easy with this tank, so use it. If you don't have the object 430, you can use actually any other heavy tank, because heavy tanks have a good HP. I mean, a good alpha damage. Like example, the object 705 on 705A have a good alpha, and you can took out enemy with a single shot with 400 of damage. If not, well, like I told you, I use this main tank. I feel comfortable with this one. Next mission is, let's see. Next mission is there anyone there? Haha! Damage or destroy enemy internal models or crew members, totaling at least 3 models on a crew member. It needs to be complete 3 battles in a row. So then again, I use in this case the Object 278 version 4 full HP. Obviously you can do this mission with AP easily with AP, because it depends a lot of the RNG. But in this case, I use full HE, but aiming at weak spots actually. By example, if you're facing frontally a heavy tank, try to aim to the commander's cupola. At least with a good aim shot with HE, you will took out the commander actually. It's pretty easy to took out commanders with a HE shot well placed, or the driver cupola too. The hatch, I mean the driver hatch with a HE shot too. If you're facing tanks with low armor, like example at object 104, 114 in the back, get a good shot, because you will obviously damage the engine, deck, or the fuel tanks with a rear shot. If you're facing low tiers with obviously paper armor, go ahead and could take a good aim and shoot them out. Because with a single penetrating HE round, you will knock out at least one, or in some cases actually knock out 3 internal models with a single shot. And the version 4, I use the version 4 because you need to take time to aim carefully to the weak spots. So that's why I use the object 270 version 4. So like I told you, take your time to aim, use HE, and shoot frontally to the couplers. You have them frontally, and if you have them sided or in the rear, take time to shoot them out. And remember, you need to do it 3 in a row. The 8th mission is Lone Wolf. Earn the Fire for Effect award. Well, I did it with actually after with honors, but in this case, remember you need to do Fire for Effect medal requires to do at least your HP on the enemy team. I mean your HP in damage towards the enemy. You can do it with a regular tank, but you cannot use artillery. So in this case, you can use, an example, TDs. Any kind of TD you can use. Actually, the Russian TD, I mean Chinese TDs, because this one has only 1,000 HP points, but with every single shot that you manage to secure in the enemy is 560 damage. So with just 2 shots, the mission is done. If you have this SU 130, use it, but actually spread more easily with the with a Chinese tank. I'm not gonna talk about that. But if you have this one, go ahead and use it. If you have the SU 130, go ahead and use it. Just 2 merely shots, well placed shots, and GG. The mission is done. Let's see if that was the next mission. That was the 8. Well, when now is the new open season, the 9th one. Destroy 3 enemy vehicles per battle. 2 battles in a row. In this case, I use it again, the object 430, the tier 9 medium, because you need to be around the map quickly and taking out enemies with low HP, and nothing better than a gun that can took 319 HP with a single shot. And actually, not only that, you have good armor, you have a low profile and a good HP pool, so you can go ahead and try to deck out or take it frontally enemy shots and take them HP pretty quickly with this tank. It's a pretty precious tank. If you don't have it, use the T-54 actually, because like it have actually a good damage per minute too, and you can shoot pretty fast with this tank. So with two single shots you can took 600 damage, so it's pretty damn easy with a T-54 too. For which we have the object 14 and 430, go ahead and use it. 10th mission is, see where is it? Here it is. I am a rock. Block 15,000 damage in a total of 10 battles. Obviously, then again, the object 278 version 4. I mean, what better time to to withstand a lot of damage than this one? Not that one, sorry, this one. There's no better time to do this mission than this one. Because, like I told you, you need to be at 100 meters of the enemy always. Try to side scrapping with him because the enemy will not resist the shot on your side thinking that they can penetrate, but it will be out of bounds. If you don't have it, well, you can actually, in this case, use the object 705A because the turret is impenetrable frontally, and you can do a extremely good work side scrapping with this tank. So, well, nothing better than tier 10 battles, the tier 10 tanks for this mission. So go ahead and use them. The 11 mission is, let's see, 11 here. Shoot them to pieces. Counts an average of 8 armor penetrating hits. And restriction, score at armor penetration hits on an enemy vehicle at least 5 times per battle to start counting towards the mission. In this case, I use Russian medium tanks, top tier tanks actually. In this case, I have the object. Where is him? I have the object 907 because shoots pretty fast every 5 seconds and penetrates really good. If you actually with heat it penetrates even more. But I recommend penetrate with APCR because, like I told you, if you don't aim carefully with heat, the round will hit the tracks and do nothing. And because you need to fast, quick, and do at least 8 penetrations per battle in a round. I mean, how is it called again? Sorry. Mm, uh, an average. I mean, an average you need at least do 8 penetrating hits per battle to do it in 10 battles. So, like I told you, if you use a top tier medium tank, a Russian medium tank, because they have a good DPM, you will do it, this mission pretty easy actually. I will not recommend the tier 9 because you will be facing other tier 10s and the tier 10 will obviously do a quick job on your HP. So if you have tier 9, tier 10 medium Russian, just go ahead and use it. You can do any of it. You can use any of them. Except obviously the object 430U because it shots pretty slow in comparison with the other 5. So go ahead and use them. The 12th mission is, let's see. The mission is every possible assistance. Enable your allies to destroy 7 enemy vehicles by shooting them or destroying their tracks, and this mission I used the T-54 because it's pretty damn easy to get this mission quick with this tank. I actually did it with honors in the first try. Where is him? Here it is. And the trick for doing this mission is actually when the enemy is low HP and you're in front of him, don't take the killing shot, just destroy the tracks. Every time you see an enemy vehicle with only 500 HP left, destroy their tracks and let the enemy do the damage because it will count towards the mission. Another thing is that spotting damage, it actually counts too. By example, you're facing an enemy vehicle and not only you, another allied vehicle can be spotting them, but if the artillery, that obviously cannot be it directly, take out the enemy vehicle, and you are spotting the, in your ally tank too, it will still count towards the mission. It can be any vehicle in your spotting range and tracked by you. But remember, it's more easy to track enemy and let the allies do the rest. So I use this time because it shoots faster, and you will be facing tier 8 and tier 9 battles more often, so it's pretty easy with this tank. A fast shooting tank. 13 mission is, let's see. I actually skipped the 13 mission. In this case is the moment of glory. Earn the Top Gun award 2 times in 10 battles. Well, I just jumped it. At that time, I completed all the other missions of the other groups and had 4 orders left, so I just jumped it already because it depends a lot of energy and the kind of map and how bad is the enemy team. So you know, an M doesn't like to get a lot of enemy teams that can be get down pretty easily. So I just skip it. I'm sorry. And I don't have any recommendation for this page. You can actually use tier 9 or tier 8 are pretty easy to get top guns in tier 8. But you will need a lot of luck. So I just skip it. I'm not too lucky actually. 14th mission is Heavy Rain. Stun an enemy vehicle 80 times in 10 battles. Oh well, I cannot recommend a better tank for this mission than the Object 279. Where are you, man? Here it is. The Object 271. Full premium round and full food. I mean, in this case, ratings. Obviously, pretty easy, man. It can be done just shooting to a single target. Actually, in other missions, it will be required to shoot to different vehicles, but in this case, you can shoot 5 times to a single vehicle. I mean, to the same enemy vehicle, and it still counts in top parts of the mission. So it's pretty easy. Just lay back and shoot them every single time you have. Actually, you can shoot with this tank every. See what it says. Where to find every 27 seconds with all the premium consumables you were shooting every 25 seconds. So it's pretty easy just to put the lead in the air and let the mission do a lot. Obviously, if you are in a map rotation where you are getting only close maps, just don't do it in that day. But every other day, just go ahead and do it. Actually, you can stun like 15 vehicles per battle easily. Actually. And in some cases, when you land a shot between 3 enemy vehicles, those 3 single stuns will count towards the mission. So it's pretty damn easy with this artillery. Obviously, I will not recommend the other artilleries because it shoots pretty slow in comparison with the Object 271. And for the last mission, this case says the Pride of the Union. Receive the Mastery Badge Class 1 or higher. In this case, I will recommend you personally to use a vehicle where you play excellent. I mean, it can be a medium tank, it can be a light tank, but a tank where you feel comfortable, whatever, doing playing because it's a manner of being aggressive. It's a manner of doing a lot of damage, and actually, in my personal case, I use the ST1 because it has a lot of armor. It can deal good damage with a gun. I guess I started the tank actually. I did it with this tank, but if you actually get third class in Object 277, go ahead and use it. If you're getting a lot of first class in Object 273, go ahead and use it. In this case, it's a question of personal taste because I cannot recommend you a single one. Just use it. Use a tank where we can do a lot of damage. You can block a lot of damage, and go ahead. It's pretty damn easy. Just in 15 battles, get a Mastery Badger class 1. It's pretty damn easy actually. So go ahead and use a good tank where you feel good using it. And that's it. There's 15 missions with 15 different tanks. If you have any recommendations that I didn't cover, go ahead and put it in the comments. If you have questions and if you don't have any other kind of tank, go ahead and ask me in the comments section if you need another advice. I will be in touch with you guys. I will be checking the comments. And I hope this guide will help you out in these missions. So good luck, and I see you in the battlefield.